In today's fast-paced world, are you constantly feeling drained, as if your internal battery is always running low? Do you ever find yourself struggling to keep up with the demands of work, family, and social obligations, leaving you feeling utterly depleted, like you're constantly running on empty, no matter how much you try to recharge? It's a feeling many of us know all too well. That persistent sense of fatigue that lingers even after a full night's sleep. Maybe you feel pressured to say yes to every request, big or small, from colleagues, friends, or even strangers. Perhaps you find it difficult to decline invitations, volunteer for extra tasks, or set boundaries with those around you, even when it means sacrificing your own needs, your personal time, and your overall well-being. You might find yourself canceling personal plans, staying late at the office, or neglecting your own hobbies and interests in order to accommodate others. You're not alone in this struggle. Many people experience the same pressures and anxieties, feeling obligated to constantly please others at their own expense. Many people struggle with people-pleasing, often without even realizing the toll it's taking on their mental and physical health. And it can be exhausting, leading to burnout, resentment, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Constantly putting others first, prioritizing their needs and desires above your own, can leave you feeling depleted and resentful, as if you're constantly giving away pieces of yourself without receiving anything in return. You deserve to prioritize your well-being, to set healthy boundaries, and to say no without feeling guilty or selfish. This video will explore people-pleasing, delving into the underlying causes and the detrimental effects it can have on your life, and offer practical steps to break free from this pattern, empowering you to reclaim your life and prioritize your own happiness. You can reclaim your time, learning to manage your schedule and commitments in a way that supports your own needs and goals. Energy, rediscovering your vitality and enthusiasm for life by setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. And sense of self, fostering a stronger sense of self-worth and confidence by honoring your own needs and desires. People-pleasing is a deeply ingrained pattern of behavior, often subtle yet pervasive in its influence. It's not simply about being kind or helpful. It goes much deeper than that. It's about consistently shaping your actions and decisions based on what you believe will make others happy, even if it means sacrificing your own needs and desires in the process. At its core, people-pleasing is where you prioritize the needs, wants, and expectations of others above your own. It's a constant balancing act, trying to anticipate what others want and then bending over backwards to provide it, often at your own expense. This can manifest in various ways, from small daily interactions to major life decisions. It's a constant need to please, a relentless pursuit of external validation that drives your actions. You might find yourself constantly seeking approval, reassurance, and positive feedback from those around you, basing your self-worth on their opinions. This need to please persists even at the expense of your own happiness and well-being. You might find yourself feeling drained, resentful, or even burnt out, but the fear of disappointing others keeps you trapped in the cycle of people-pleasing. People-pleasers often go to great lengths to avoid conflict, even if it means suppressing their own opinions or needs. They might agree with others even when they disagree internally, just to maintain harmony and avoid rocking the boat. The underlying motivation is to gain approval from others, to be liked, accepted, and valued. This can lead to a constant state of anxiety and self-doubt, as you constantly worry about whether you're meeting everyone else's expectations. They may overcommit themselves, taking on more responsibilities than they can realistically handle, simply because they can't bear the thought of saying no. Their schedules become overloaded, and their personal time disappears. They agree to things they don't want to do, attending events they dread, helping with tasks they resent, all in the name of keeping others happy. This can lead to a deep sense of resentment and a feeling of being taken advantage of. And they struggle to say no, even when they're already overwhelmed or when the request is unreasonable. The fear of disappointing others is so strong that it overrides their own needs and boundaries. This deep-seated desire to please can stem from various factors, including a complex interplay of personal history and emotional needs. It's often rooted in experiences that shaped your beliefs about your own worth and your relationships with others. One common root is a fear of rejection, the belief that if you don't constantly please others, they will abandon or reject you. This fear can be incredibly powerful, driving you to prioritize others' needs above your own in an attempt to maintain their approval. Another contributing factor is a need for validation, a deep-seated desire to feel worthy and accepted. People pleasers often seek external validation to compensate for a lack of self-worth, believing that their value is contingent on the approval of others. Or it could be rooted in past experiences that taught them their worthiness was conditional, perhaps through childhood experiences where love and approval were only given when they met certain expectations. These early experiences can create a lasting pattern of people-pleasing that continues into adulthood. Why do we become people-pleasers? Often it starts in childhood. We might learn that being good and helpful earns love and acceptance. Maybe we saw conflict as something to avoid at all costs. Over time, these patterns become ingrained. We carry them into adulthood, seeking validation and approval from others. We crave that feeling of being liked and accepted. People-pleasing can manifest in many ways. Recognizing the signs is the first step to breaking free. Do you constantly seek validation from others? Do you avoid conflict like the plague? Do you feel responsible for other people's emotions? Do you feel guilty saying no? Do you over-apologize, even for things that aren't your fault? These are all common signs of people-pleasing. While it might seem like you're being kind and helpful, people-pleasing comes at a cost. Constantly putting others first can, honestly, lead to resentment, burnout, and even a loss of your own identity. When you're always trying to please everyone else, you end up neglecting your own needs and desires. This can damage your self-esteem and, well, leave you feeling emotionally drained. Relationships can also suffer as resentment builds. Breaking the cycle of people-pleasing is possible. It starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to your feelings. Notice when you feel pressured to say yes, or when you're avoiding conflict at the expense of your own needs. Learn to set boundaries. It's okay to say no to requests that drain your energy or compromise your values. Start small. Practice saying no to minor requests. Gradually, you'll build your confidence to set bigger boundaries. Living authentically means showing up as your true self, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about honoring your values and making choices that align with your needs and desires. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage you to be yourself. Embrace vulnerability. It's okay to let people see your authentic self, imperfections and all. Celebrate your progress. Breaking free from people-pleasing is a journey, not a destination. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge your efforts. In a world that often pressures us to say yes to every request and demand, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and stretched thin. But there's immense power in learning to say no. It's not about being selfish or unhelpful. It's about prioritizing your well-being and protecting your boundaries. Saying no can be a powerful act of self-care. It's an affirmation that your needs and time are valuable. When you say no to things that drain you or don't align with your priorities, you're creating space for activities and relationships that nourish your soul. It allows you to recharge, reflect, and focus on what truly matters to you. It allows you to protect your time and energy. Think of your time and energy as precious resources. Every time you say yes to something, you're essentially spending those resources. Saying no strategically allows you to invest your time and energy in activities and relationships that bring you joy, fulfillment, and growth. For the things that truly matter. This could be spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing your passions, or simply taking time for yourself to relax and recharge. By saying no to distractions and obligations that don't serve you, you create space for the things that truly make your life meaningful. When you stop people-pleasing, constantly striving to meet everyone else's expectations, you reclaim your life. You take back control of your schedule, your energy, and your priorities. It's a liberating feeling to know that you're making choices based on your own values and desires, rather than feeling obligated to say yes to everything that comes your way. You have more time for your passions, the hobbies and interests that bring you joy and fulfillment. Your relationships, nurturing the connections with the people you care about most. And yourself. You can dedicate time to self-reflection, personal growth, and self-care. You experience the freedom of making choices, consciously and deliberately, that align with your values. You're no longer living on autopilot, reacting to external demands. You develop stronger relationships, built on honesty and mutual understanding, based on authenticity and mutual respect. People will appreciate your honesty and value your time more. Most importantly, you discover the joy of living a life true to yourself. You'll experience a deeper sense of purpose, fulfillment, and happiness when you prioritize your own well-being and make choices that align with your authentic self. If this video resonated with you, give it a like. It helps more people discover these insights. Share it with someone who could use a thoughtful reminder. And if you're into self-empowerment and healthy relationships, be sure to subscribe for more. Watch the video popping up now, or explore the channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.